global stock market's daily trading volume averages $264 billion worldwide, and this is broken down into the daily average of $50 billion in the United States, £6 billion in the UK, and 4.5 billion Australian dollars in Australia alone. For the past 200 years, we've all been trading via the traditional stock market, a tried and tested way of investment, a regulated, centralized and geographically limited market, offering an extremely low speed of liquidity. And in 2017 came the global ICO craze, where over 430 cryptocurrencies emerged, amassing a total of $5 billion worth of coins. However, most of these coins failed in a spectacular fashion due to lack of regulation. ICO, also known as Initial Coin Offering, is a decentralized blockchain concept which boasts global availability. However, it is not available for listing on major exchanges, thus the reason it lacks control and regulation. A major shift is happening in the world of finance right now as we speak. S.T.O, also known as Security Token Offering, is offering the best of both worlds, securing its place as the next big thing since ICOs. S.T.O uses blockchain technology, and it is regulated under the traditional stock market. This allows blockchain and cryptocurrencies to restore some much-needed credibility. While traditional securities are slow and expensive, security tokens facilitate services at a lower cost. They are also traded on specialized security exchanges, providing investors with a convenient way to liquidate their assets. With S.T.O, we are no longer restricted geographically, as borders or regional regulations do not limit security tokens. Whether we like it or not, the world is rapidly changing right in front of our eyes, and our capability to transform and adapt is what ensures both our survival and success. Welcome to the equilibrium, a state in which opposing forces or influences are balanced, because for every yin, there will be a yang. And much like yin and yang, achieving the ideal balance between the two markets is vital to the progress of the financial ecosystem, and that is the guiding principle at the heart of Uni-Equilibrium, or Uni-E, the new token created within the Unihash Smart Contract blockchain technology. A total of 420 million coins will be issued, with 40% released via mining. Uni-E is the base cryptocurrency for S.T.O transactions, and the Unihash board is the S.T.O gateway under the Sydney Stock Exchange. With more than 2,000 companies featured in the Unihash board soon, the choices and potential are truly limitless. This is a call to action, to be a part of an ecosystem where all the action lies. The birth of a new arena, where you get the best of both worlds. The start of a new dream, where you can trade with peace of mind. And that is the beauty of the equilibrium.
One. The Hockey News Canada About podcast. The Hockey News gives you the inside scoop on hockey like no other publication. Here one can get latest news, analysis, opinion, scores, and stats from the NHL and hockey leagues around the world. Frequency about 3 posts per month. Podcast The Hockey News. com/section/po. Facebook fans NA. Twitter followers 288,775. 2. NHL to Seattle. Seattle, Washington. About podcast. In this podcast John Barr talks about NHL playoffs, latest hockey rumblings from Seattle and from all around the hockey world, and the latest controversies. This show is a general hockey podcast produced for and by hockey fans, which will often feature news and discussion. Frequency about 3 posts per week. Since January 2012. Podcast to Seattle. com/podcast. Facebook fans NA. Twitter followers NA. 3. The Fourth Line Podcast. Calgary, Alberta. About podcast. The Fourth Line Hockey Podcast is a weekly podcast. This show allows grinding out our opinions on hockey and the world of the NHL. So subscribe with us to receive podcast episodes and articles. Frequency about 1 post per week. Since August 2016. Podcast. The Fourth Line Podcast. com/Catago. Facebook fans NA. Twitter followers 2,771. 4. You Can't Do That. About podcast. You Can't Do That is a podcast about hockey from 4 women who have more opinions than information and lots of feelings about the Washington Capitals. Join Katie, Eva, Kelly, and Rave every Wednesday for jokes and yelling about the latest league headlines, player antics, and more. Frequency about 2 posts per month. Podcast ukent.thapod.com/episodes. Facebook fans NA. Twitter followers 1773. 5. Serdikny Hockey About Podcast. This podcast is for the players, coaches and fans wanting an inside, unfiltered look into the hockey world. We discuss the stories and unique journeys of these amazing players, providing you an inside perspective to the professional hockey life on the ice and away from the arena noise. Frequency about 1 post per month. Since January 2019. Podcast Anchor FM/Steve Serdikny. Facebook fans 2,515. Twitter followers 3,214. 6. Puck Podcast About Podcast, a weekly hockey podcast that talks about with analysis, interviews, opinions and information from 2 passionate hockey fans. To know more on this, follow us. Frequency about 3 posts per month. Since July 2006. Podcast Puck Podcast.com/section/pod. Facebook fans 3,244. Twitter followers 3,520. 7. The Junior Hockey Podcast About Podcast. We allow junior hockey guests to share their personal opinions on topics surrounding the junior hockey landscape.